In the NBA, an entire season, a whole championship run can pivot on a single solitary play. We're about to break down one of the scariest moments of this year, a non-contact injury that could literally change everything for one of the league's biggest stars and, yeah, maybe the entire championship race. It is the story every single athlete has nightmares about. One second, you are on top of the world, playing at the absolute peak of your powers, and the next, a single wrong step, and suddenly, everything is up in the air. That is exactly the story we're exploring today with Luka Dončić. So, to really get why what happened was such a massive deal, we have to rewind a little. We need to understand the level Luka Dončić was playing at. I mean, he wasn't just good, he was on a whole other level, completely redefining what it means to be dominant. What's with this number 40? Well, for Luka, this was his world. Scoring 40 points in a game had become almost routine for him. It was the benchmark of this absolutely historic run he was on right before that one fateful game. I mean, just look at this. This really paints the full picture of how insane he was playing. He wasn't just leading the entire league in scoring. He dropped 40 points in 5 of his last 7 games. Of course, the awards were just pouring in. Player of the month, player of the week. There was no question, he was the hottest player on the planet. And his incredible play was lifting his whole team, the Dallas Mavericks. As the chatter around the league was all about which teams were the real contenders, it was Luka's individual genius that was turning the Mavs into a serious threat. So the stakes of this injury, yeah, they were about way more than just one guy. Okay, so let's go to the night it all changed. It was a tough road game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that's known for just a relentless defense. The stage was set for a real battle, but nobody, and I mean nobody, could have seen this coming. And look, it was already a pretty brutal night for the Mavericks. They were just getting blown out by the Thunder, and this score tells you the entire story. A really bad night was about to get a whole lot worse. And now, we have to slow it all down. Because right in the middle of this kind of chaotic game, one seemingly ordinary play suddenly became the center of the entire NBA universe. There was nothing special about it at all. Luka gets the ball, he's sizing up his defender, Jalen Williams. It's a sequence we have seen him do thousands and thousands of times. He makes his move. It's a quick, powerful spin to create a little space, something he does absolutely effortlessly. He gets ready to rise up for the shot, but he never actually takes it. And this is the part that is just so chilling. No one hit him. He didn't get tripped up or fall awkwardly because of a defender. He just stopped. And in just an instant, the most dominant scorer in the league was flat on the hardwood. The game just screeched to a halt as the reality of what just happened started sinking in for everyone. So the official diagnosis comes out, a left hamstring injury. He was done for the night, with more than a quarter still left to play, leaving behind a completely stunned arena and a very, very worried team. But what happened next? It wasn't about points or strategy. It was about pure humanity. The reactions from the people who were right there, closest to the play, that's what tells the most compelling part of this whole story. Now, this is from Jalen Williams, the Thunder player who was defending Luka. You can just feel the shock in his words, the randomness of it all, that spooky feeling of a non-contact injury. You can tell it really hit him hard. Williams even showed this incredible level of sportsmanship. He said later, "That injury sucks, so I wish him a speedy recovery." In the moment, he could have easily grabbed the loose ball for a quick score, but instead, he just watched it go out of bounds. Rivalry completely aside, that was a moment of pure respect. And that feeling was shared by his own teammate, Jake LaRavia. You can just hear it. It's what every fan and every player in the building was thinking. Just this sense of helplessness and real, genuine concern for one of the best to ever play the game. So, where does this leave the Dallas Mavericks? With their superstar on the sidelines, their whole season is just suddenly hanging in the balance. Let's take a look at what happens next. The road ahead is pretty clear, but it is filled with anxiety. First step, an MRI scheduled for Friday that's going to tell them how bad it really is. After that, well, it's just a waiting game. And what's looming just around the corner? A rematch against the very same team, the Thunder, on April 7th. And that really just leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? We saw a player at his absolute peak, a team hitting its stride, and then a single, non-contact moment that put every bit of it in jeopardy. It's just a stark, tough reminder of how fragile a championship dream can truly be.